Tomorrow, I'm flying all the way to LA to compete in the National Beyblade Tournament. This is insane.
This is me, and this is where the National Beyblade Tournament is all the way across the country. Now you might be wondering why. Why are you flying all the way across the country for Beyblades? Well, the past 7 years of my life, I've dedicated to making Beyblade content, to the point where I've become the biggest Beyblade YouTuber in the United States. Now you might think because I've basically become known as the Beyblade guy, people would think I'm really good at Beyblade. But no, it's actually the opposite. So this tournament is about proving to others, but more importantly, proving to myself that I can stand head to head with the best bladers in the nation. Not only that, the winner of the 128-person Beyblade tournament gets an automatic spot in the World Beyblade Tournament held in Tokyo, Japan. Only one person qualifies for Worlds, so there's a lot at stake. Every player is trying their hardest to win. So for the past month, it sounds super nerdy because it is, but I've been practicing Beyblade every day and studying the meta. Now this tournament is a little different from other tournaments I've been to, mainly because it's run by Hasbro. So that means only Hasbro Beyblades are allowed. So no Scorpion Spears, no Cobalt Drakes, and what saddens me most, no Nightmails. Nightmail was a Beyblade I mainly used to win my last Beyblade X tournament, so not being able to use it is a real bummer. Not only that, Hasbro tournaments are first to 10 points. They use the tiny Hasbro Stadium. You're only allowed to use one Beyblade, but probably the scariest part of all, it's single elimination. So if you lose even once, you're out of the tournament. And that is a lot of pressure, especially when it comes to picking your Beyblade. Since you're only allowed to use one Beyblade, your Beyblade can't just be good. It has to have the ability to be every single possible combination of Beyblade parts. So to make sure I picked the perfect Beyblade for the tournament, I invited my friend Jake over, and we spent hours battling in the Hasbro Stadium to find the perfect combo for this tournament. To put in perspective, it's first to 10 point single elimination. So
that's single elimination that is scary.
I know, single elimination. I'm flying all the way to LA for a single elimination tournament. While testing, we came to the conclusion that these three Beyblades were the top 3 meta picks. Rod Wizard 960 Ball, Soar Phoenix 960 Rush, and Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate. Let's start with Rod Wizard. Even out of all the Takaratomi Beyblades, this is probably still the best combo. Rod Wizard is super round and has great weight distribution, giving the Beyblade amazing defense and also just so much stamina. It outspins basically everything. This would be a no-brainer choice if it wasn't for the Hasbro Stadium. You see, the Hasbro Stadium is smaller than the normal Japanese one, so there's not as much space to hide, and attack types are much better in this Hasbro Stadium compared to the bigger Japanese one. So that kind of nerfs Rod Wizard, but it is still amazing, don't get me wrong. However, that does help out combos like Soar Phoenix 960 Rush. Soar Phoenix is one of the heaviest Hasbro blades and has a pretty aggressive shape, so it can do a lot of damage in the stadium. Mix that with the Rush bit and this combo wreaks havoc. Rush is great because it's aggressive, but also has decent stamina, meaning you can do multiple X dashes in one battle. But still, just because it has more stamina doesn't mean it has a lot of stamina, so you need to defeat your opponents fast. Now the final combo, Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate, has a completely different strategy. Instead of attack or defense, it utilizes its unique feature of being the only left-spinning Hasbro Beyblade. Because it spins left, Cobalt Dragoon can steal spin from right-spinning Beyblades, and due to the round and balanced nature of the Elevate bit, it's able to slightly outspin them in the end. Although it does struggle against other Cobalt Dragoons, and it's not as powerful as pure attack combos. When I landed in LA, I went straight to the convention center. There was anime everywhere, cosplayers galore, but I came here strictly for the Beyblades, and the Beyblade section did not disappoint. They had a stage, the cool XR Stadium that turned anime battles into real life, and a bunch of people just sitting and playing Beyblades. I was even able to go and meet the creator of Beyblade himself and battle him on stage.
Alright! Excellent finish. Oh, he's gonna do an extreme finish! Together!
the best Beyblade stadium in the market.
Give it up for Bleeder Noah!
Anyway, that was a fantastic first day, but tomorrow is the actual tournament, and the way it's set up is first come, first serve. So the first 128 people who show up get a spot, and that is super scary. So I decided to leave my hotel at 2 o'clock in the morning to camp outside the expo to guarantee a spot for the tournament.
Update 5:45. Here is the line. That's. Let's go, boys. Sorry, you can. There we go.
I know it.
We just have 3 hours left, and then we're Beyblading for like a minute until we lose in the first round. It's exciting.
Loses in the first 30 seconds. Show up 6 hours early just to drop in the first round.
Let's go!
Even though it was a lot of waiting, it was honestly a really good time. We just sat there and Beyblade battled for hours, and the line was getting so long. So long, in fact, that even the news showed up. People from all over the world came to participate. I mean, look at this girl. She brought a stadium, a scale, and even a digital caliper to measure the heights of her bits.
I'm cooked.
Anyway, soon they started to let us in and wait by security, and while in security, I met these splitters from Texas, and they were all super chill and super nice, especially this guy in the middle, Cheeto. While waiting, I talked to this man so much. I love this guy, and he's actually the #1 ranked blader in Texas.
All right, so now we're in the security line. Plan is go through security and then book it to the Beyblade tournament and hopefully get it.
Run, man.
Run as fast as you can.
Even though we were in line, it didn't really matter. They didn't give us tickets or anything, so it was basically just a race to get to the venue. So when they opened security, I went as fast as I could, and because I camped out so early, I was one of the first people out of security, and I was walking my fastest to get to this venue. When I got there though, the tournament organizer said registration wouldn't start for the next 30 minutes, and Anime Expo didn't even allow us to line up because they didn't want people blocking the hallways. So they basically just told everyone to walk around for 30 minutes and come back, and they'll start the line at a random point, so nobody knows or has an advantage.
All right, so we made it into the convention, but they're actually not even letting us line up. So everyone's just walking in a circle. They're gonna start the line at 9, exactly at 9. People are walking in a circle. It's gonna be like musical chairs. So at 9, hopefully you're at the beginning. I guess let's go in the circle.
This just sucks. Everyone who is out there waiting for hours might not even have a chance to play. Now, I want to clear something up. This tournament isn't run by Hasbro. It's actually run by 80K Emotions, which is the company that runs Beyblade tournaments in Japan. They had no idea there were so many adult bladers in America, and they just weren't expecting this many people to be interested in competitive Beyblade, and because of that, they weren't prepared. Now, even though they told us to walk around, obviously everyone who wanted to participate in the tournament would just stay close to the venue, so it turned into everyone just walking around the venue, which people started to call the Circle of Death.
This feels like Squid Games.
This was crazy. I flew all the way across the country. I waited for 7 hours in front of the convention, and it all came down to a glorified version of musical chairs. And as the time went down, we were all looking at our clocks. Second after second, everyone was extremely nervous. But then the line was called, and I was on the opposite corner of the venue. I didn't make the 128 person tournament. It really sucked. I flew all this way, I waited so long, and I wasn't even able to participate. But what's done is done. There's nothing I can do about it, so why not try to make the most out of my situation? When I found out I wasn't going to be able to participate, I immediately talked to one of the organizers, showed them my channel, and thanks to you guys and your insane support, they looked at my sub count and they gave me complete media access to the entire tournament. They let me inside the play area the whole time. They gave me a free shirt. Like, look at this. This is awesome. I was able to talk to people at Hasbro, people at Takara Tomy, and even the creators of Beyblade. They were all super nice and super generous. And again, they didn't expect so much interest in competitive Beyblade. They were completely blown back by the amount of people there. And spoilers, after talking to some of the staff, expect more competitive Beyblade tournaments for those 13 and up in the future. So even though the whole situation wasn't ideal, it allowed Takara and Hasbro to realize the insane amount of interest in competitive Beyblade in Western countries, which in my opinion is a net positive. Anyway, although I didn't get to participate myself, some of my friends that I made in line did. And because I now have media access, I can showcase their matches. So our first main character we're gonna follow is none other than Cheeto. Now this tournament is a little different from Hasbro's other regional tournaments. Instead of first to 10, it's first to 4 points, and to make it into the top 8, you have to win 4 rounds in a row. So it's still single elimination, but at least this time you don't have to wait for the whole bracket to fill up. You just keep going, and if you win 4 battles in a row, you make it into the top 8. Also, for those who don't know, this is how the point system works in Beyblade X. If you outspin your opponent, you get 1 point. If you burst your opponent, you get 2 points. If you knock your opponent into one of these side pockets, you get 2 points. And if you knock them into this middle pocket, you get 3 points. The middle pocket has a small wall in front of it, so it's actually harder to hit Beyblades inside of it.
This is my boy, Cheeto, all the way from Texas. We waited in line together, and now he's ready to go. He's the #1 blader in Texas.
Supposedly, I don't
Supposedly. All right, don't lose in the first round, okay?
I'll try my best.
And try his best is what he's going to have to do, because his first opponent is Blader X, using Grand Buster. It's like he came straight out of the anime. Anyway, Cheeto looks pretty scared, but he's prepared, because the Beyblade he's using is Wand Wizard 160 Hexa. Unlike the Wand Wizard combo we talked about earlier in the video that came on Ball and has insane stamina, this Wizard combo has Hexa. And while Hexa doesn't have as much stamina as Ball, it does have a burst resisting ban. So that gives the Beyblade a lot of defense, and against Buster Dran, that is exactly what you need.
3, 2, 1, let it rip.
And Cheeto easily takes the first round.
Breathe, brother, breathe.
Again, it's single elimination. Every battle counts. Even though he has 2 points, Common X could easily tie it up or even surpass him with a 3-point extreme finish.
3, 2, 1, let it rip. Ooh, that was a close one.
But even with a close almost knockout, Cheeto takes it, and the score is now 3-0.
3 and 4 going on right now at this booth.
And immediately, Wand Wizard gets attacked and is almost sent to the pocket again, but it recovers and is able to win in a spin finish, making the score 4-0. If Wand Wizard would have fallen into one of those pockets in the last 2 battles, it would have been a Common X win. That is just how close these first to 4 single elimination battles are.
Brother just beat Common X. That's crazy. All right, Cheeto. I told you, man. I told you you'd do it, and you crushed it. You crushed it.
I almost got knocked out twice. But the 160 helped me come back out, so I got lucky.
Hey, you got this though. Good luck.
Yeah, I know. Everything's a gamble. You never know.
All right, any strategy, game plan?
Send it. Just send it, honestly.
He's gonna have to really send it, because unbeknownst to him, his opponent just walked up behind him with immense aura. Ryuga. This man's first opponent is Common X, and now Ryuga is his opponent in round 2. Oh my goodness, man is cooked.
Your next opponent's El Drago. Ryuga.
This will be fun. This will be fun.
And for this battle against Ryuga, Cheeto chooses his defense wizard rod combo again, and Ryuga chooses Phoenix Wing 160 flat. A super aggressive and strong attack combo, and the second Cheeto saw this, he knew this wasn't gonna be an easy battle.
Oh, it's deadly. I'm dead, bro.
3, 2, 1, let it rip.
And immediately an extreme finish. Even though Phoenix is super fast and strong, it's also pretty hard to control, and because of that, it just jumps straight into the X pocket. But imagine if it hit Wizard instead. It might have been a completely different story. Anyway, Cheeto is up 3 points, and he just needs 1 more point to win.
You got this, Cheeto.
3, 2, 1, let it rip.
Now we're having some intense battles here over at the
Now the score is 3-2. Each side could end it in the next match, and I've never seen Ryuga so stressed out before. Both bladers get their launchers set, and in 3, 2, 1...
Oh, first finish!
Phoenix burst and Wizard jumps straight into the pocket. It looks like a tie, but if you slow it down, Phoenix actually bursts milliseconds before Wizard goes in the pocket, meaning that Cheeto gets 2 points, defeats Ryuga, and moves on to round 3.
Okay, dude.
That's
you
crazy.
keep doubting yourself,
That's
so you're
crazy.
all the way to round 3.
That was luck. You know that was luck. That was straight lucky. I got pocketed while the burst happened.
This guy's too humble.
That's
This guy's
lucky.
too
That was
humble.
lucky.
Round 1, Cheeto versed Blader X. Round 2, he versed Ryuga. And for round 3, he versus himself. His opponent is using the exact same combo as him, Wand Wizard 160 Hexa, and this is gonna be an interesting battle.
Same combo.
3, 2, 1, let it rip! Full contact has been made.
That was crazy! Cheeto's Wizard almost jumps into the extreme pocket twice, but is somehow able to avoid it and hit the opponent into the pocket instead, taking the win, and now the score is 2-0. That was an insane battle, but something else even more insane happened right after. This is Elena Bay. It is her first ever Beyblade tournament, and she just won her 4th battle, meaning she is the first one to get into the top 8. Even she's surprised. Anyway, everyone was so happy for her, and it was honestly just such a great, wholesome time. Anyway, back to the battle. The score is 2-0.
3, 2, 1, let it rip! Full contact has been made.
No! That's an extreme finish, meaning the score is now 2-3. If Cheeto just loses one more point, he is out of the tournament. It all comes down to this last battle. 3, 2, 1.
Let it rip!
Cheeto goes straight into the pocket, but his opponent bounces to the top of the stadium ledge. If the opponent bounces back in, he wins, but if his Beyblade falls out of the stadium, it's a redo. For the next minute, the atmosphere is intense as we wait and wait and wait until... And with that, Cheeto is eliminated. But honestly, I thought it was a really good run. I thought he did amazing. Anyway, even though Cheeto lost, my other friend TMS Blader, a fellow YouTuber, was battling at the same time. And he beat his first round opponent, his second opponent, and even his third opponent. And now he's on to the 4th round.
I'm about to pass out.
If he beats his next opponent, he moves on to top 8, and he's versing none other than the Supreme One, the girl in line who was weighing and measuring her Beyblades. She is insanely good at Beyblade, so this is gonna be a crazy match. TMS is using the spin-stealing Cobalt Dragoon combo we talked about earlier, and the Supreme One is using Wand Wizard 960 Ball, which we also talked about earlier. In theory, TMS has this. Even though Wand Wizard has amazing stamina, Dragoon just steals spin and can win in the end because Elevate is smoother. But when it's first to 4 points, you never know, especially with the extreme pocket. It's anyone's game, and as both bladers get ready, you can tell that they're both extremely nervous.
Set. 3, 2, 1, let it rip!
A super hard hit, and Wizard gets sent to the pocket. The score is now 2-0. TMS takes the lead, but the Supreme One is ready, and immediately takes back the lead with an extreme finish. It's the same thing that happened in the last battle for Cheeto. Extreme finish, even the playing field, and now the score is 3-2. TMS looks super nervous. This last battle might decide all, and with all those nerves, they go into the 3rd match.
Set. 3, 2, 1, let it rip!
And just like that, TMS gets a knockout finish, meaning he won the 4th round and makes it into the top 8. And I am just so proud of him. He waited in line with me the whole night, he fought his way through the rounds, and now he has a chance to win it all. Good for him, man. Anyway, here are all the other bladers that made it to the top 8, and honestly, they're all personalities, which is pretty fun.
We have next up, Blader Elena Bay!
top 8 is a little different from the past matches. It's still first to 4 points, but this time you can bring 3 Beyblades with you that you'll switch between battles. So depending on your order, you can switch between them and counter your opponent, so there's a little more skill involved. TMS's Beyblades are Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate, the combo that got him this far in the tournament, Wand Wizard 160 Hexa, the same combo that Cheeto used, and his final combo is Beat Tyranno 960 Rush, a hyper attack type combo. As for the matchups, TMS is going up against 6E Beast first, and this guy seems so much fun, but when he sat down to battle, all the energy went away, and he became super focused. But it was no problem for TMS as he was able to win his battle fast using Wizard to knock out his opponent in the first battle and his Tyranno beat to burst his opponent in the second, meaning he made it to the top 4.
Oh my goodness.
The other top 4 finishers were Yusha, who was wearing a Tyson's cosplay, Cosmo Dragon, a Blader from Florida, and Elena Bay, which I love her profile picture. Anyway, in the quarterfinals, TMS's opponent was Tyson. Cheeto beat Common X, Ryuga, and now it's TMS's turn to fight an anime character. And Tyson, aka Yusha, might be the hardest challenge yet. His 3 Beyblades are Wand Wizard 360 Low Rush, Hover Wyvern 160 Kick, and Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate, and I gotta say, I love his picks. These are all really good, but they're not the most popular combos, they're kind of like counter picks. Wand Wizard 360 Low Rush, while it doesn't have as much stamina as Wand Wizard on Hexa or Ball, it does give the Beyblade more attack power, and in a small Hasbro stadium like this, that can go a long way. Not only that, because it's using the Wand Wizard blade, it's able to outspin most attack combos. His second Beyblade, Hover Wyvern, is by far the best Hasbro exclusive Beyblade. This is because it's shaped like a hyperbolic paraboloid. This shape lets it create insane collisions, causing Beyblades to go flying. So it's a really recoil-heavy attacking Bey, and that's honestly kind of risky because the recoil might cause it to launch itself into the pocket. And finally, his last choice is Cobalt Dragoon 560 Level. Most people use Elevate on Cobalt Dragoon because it's easier to control, but Level makes Cobalt Dragoon a lot more aggressive, and gives it the ability to hit other Beyblades out of the stadium easier. The level bit is also pretty balanced, so it can still steal spin and win. If you haven't noticed, there is a trend with Tyson's Beyblades. They are all using aggressive bits, so it's high risk but high reward. This is going to be an interesting round, and in the first match, TMS decides to go with his Wand Wizard 160 Hexa, and Tyson goes with his Wand Wizard 360 Low Rush. It's a Wand Wizard duel. TMS's Wizard should have more stamina, but Tyson's is more aggressive, and all Tyson needs is one hard hit.
3, 2, 1,
Tyson's Wizard starts by going crazy, jumping over TMS's Bey, but it keeps missing its attacks, and in the end, TMS takes it with the Survivor finish. The score is 1-0. For round 2, both Bladers decide to use their crazy attack combos. Tyson's Hover Wyvern 160 Kick and TMS's Beat Tyranno 960 Rush. Both Beyblades specialize in high recoil hits, so this is gonna be a crazy battle.
stand by. Battle 2. Ready, set. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. Oh, that was a big hit. Oh!
Not quite yet. One sends the knockout zone, but it was a rebirth. It is back in action.
It's back.
Yes, Yusha, Wyvern, nice moves, and the last big hit, final hit, later 2.
And Hover Wyvern, because of its rounder shape and kick driver, it's able to outspin and win the second battle, making the score 1-1. This is super close, and the third match is a Cobalt Dragoon duel. Again, the level bit is more aggressive, but it does have less stamina, so it's all gonna depend on the first couple seconds of this match.
Stand by. Battle 3. Ready, set. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. Oh, okay. Oh, extreme dead. Oh!
And with an insane hit, Tyson's risk using level pays off and he takes it. Now the score is 1-3. Tyson just needs one more point to win. This last battle could decide it all, and TMS knows it. He's locked in. He decides to go with his safe pick, Wand Wizard 360 Hexa, and Tyson decides to go with the complete opposite strategy, picking his recoil-heavy attack bay Hover Wyvern. Both players get ready for the craziest battle of their lives.
Stand by. Battle 4. Ready, set. 3, 2, 1. Melee run!
Nice opening contact. Very but it is a survivor finisher.
Oh my goodness, Hover Wyvern jumps into the pocket, which would usually give TMS 2 points, but at the last second, it's able to jump out, only giving 1 point. That is so crazy. That makes the score 2-3. And oh my goodness, it is truly anyone's game. This battle is crazy. Anyway, for the next round, TMS goes with his Cobalt Dragoon combo, and Tyson goes with his Wand Wizard combo on Low Rush. Now both players are on the chopping block. Just one more knockout finish from either of them could send them home. The pressure is on, and in 3, 2, 1...
Oh, starting on strong. Oh, it's
Very nice consecutive attacks by Wand Wizard. Cobalt Dragoon is taking it from the center. Let's see if they can take how much more. Not yet. Yes, we have later two survivor finish.
And with that, Tyson wins and TMS is eliminated. I gotta say, that was an amazing match, and TMS, shout out to him, he was a great sport. All of his channel linked in the description, you guys should go check it out. He is a great guy, and he did so amazing in this tournament. Anyway, as for the other round of semifinals between Cosmo Blader and Elena Bay gets an extreme finish, is then able to clean it up in the next battle.
3, 2, 1. Let it rip!
So the final match is between Tyson, aka Yusha, and Elena Bay. A Beyblade superfan versus what seems to be a new Beyblade prodigy, and she's so funny. I just cannot get enough of her profile picture. Anyway, as for Elena Bay's team, it is pretty interesting because it's all attack types. If you thought Tyson was running risky combos, Elena Bay is like betting it all on black, and it's working. Like I said at the beginning of the video, that Hasbro Stadium, because it's smaller, it makes it easier to hit your opponents into the pockets, which buffs attack type bays, so it makes sense that both finalists have a team of highly aggressive Beyblades. Elena's bays are Buster Dran 560 low flat, Wand Wizard 360 rush similar to the one that Tyson uses, and Soar Phoenix 160 low rush. All just super high speed combos with the goal of just knocking your opponents out. These are going to be some really fast-paced, high recoil battles. And for the first battle of the finals, Tyson decides to go with Hover Wyvern and Elena Buster Dran. There are literally going to be explosions in the stadium.
Battle 1. Ready, set. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip!
So fast! Whoa! Look at him go!
Oh my goodness, Wyvern does it again! Coming out of the pocket, but this time Buster Dran stops spinning, which means Tyson gets the point. What are these battles? If that's just the first battle, I have no idea what the rest is going to hold. Anyway, the score is 1-0, and the next battle is going to be a close one, because they're basically using the same combo. Wand Wizard 360 low rush, and Wand Wizard 360 rush.
Battle 2. Ready, set. 3, 2,
Tyson's wizard jumps into the pocket, giving Elena a free 2 points. Like I said before, even though attack based have a lot of power, using them is usually pretty risky because they self KO easily. But it's far from over. The score is only 1-2. And for the next battle, Tyson goes with Cobalt Dragoon 560 level, and Elena goes with Soar Phoenix 160 rush. If Tyson gets a knockout finish or an extreme finish, he is the national champion. Elena needs to win this battle.
Battle 3. Ready, set. 3, 2, 1.
Once in the knockout zone, Elena is back. How hard of a hit this is. And they're in the middle. Let's see which way can outlast Lauder. We have a survivor finish. Later one.
A survivor finish. Tyson takes another point, making it 3-1. And I think the screen got it wrong here. It should be 3 points to Blader 2 and 1 point to Blader 1. Anyway, Tyson just needs 1 more point, and he's the national champion on his way to Tokyo. But Elena, she still has a chance. If she gets an extreme finish, she could win it all. Tyson goes with his safest Beyblade, Wand Wizard 360 low rush, and Elena goes with Buster Duran 560 low flat, her most aggressive but hard to control combo. This is the combo that she lost with in the first battle, but honestly, I respect it. She's risking it all and going all out. It's all up to this battle. The whole tournament has led to this point. This one battle will decide the national Beyblade champion. Both Bladers get ready, and in 3, 2, 1... Elena gets an extreme finish and comes back from behind, making her the national champion, and she is going to Tokyo. And I gotta say, guys, that was one of the craziest Beyblade tournaments I've ever witnessed. Even though the tournament didn't start off ideal, the organizers truly did the best they could with their situation, and we ended up with an amazing tournament that was honestly so much fun. I want to congratulate Elena Bay on her win, a truly crazy underdog story, and I also want to thank the Hasbro and Takara Tomy organizers for being so kind to me, letting me record this whole tournament for you guys. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. And Hasbro and Takara Tomy, if you're listening and you like the video, I'd love to come to the World Tournament and make a similar video popularizing competitive Beyblade, so if you're interested, send me an email. Anyway, that was the US National Beyblade Tournament. Thank you all for watching. Expect some more tournament content in the future.
Hi!